Welcome to Steel Curtain Productions. Please hit the like and subscribe down below in your right hand corner. Muchly appreciate that to my subscribers. Please share it with your friends and family as well. Try to expand the channel. And if you come across the channel, please don't leave without subscribing and hitting the likes. Muchly appreciate that as we've built a cordial family here on Steel Curtain Productions. And we take great pride in not jumping over feeding you just a pile of rumors. We like to stick to factual information as it falls and take great pride in that. We don't use clickbait to get you here. All right, now let's do, I believe it's week 14's game with Steelers in Baltimore, and we got a 27-22 victory. Squeaked one out. Very close game. Um, Good game. So always is a good game between the Ravens and the Steelers. So let's give you the box score. First quarter, it was 7-3 for the Steelers. They added on 10, and Baltimore added 6 in the second quarter. And then in the third quarter, Steelers added 10 more. Baltimore added 7. And in the final quarter, no scoring for the Steelers. Baltimore added 6, so they tried to mount a comeback, and they came pretty damn close. 27-22 was your final score, so that was good. Um, Let's look at the total yards and everything here. All right, so we got passing yards 284 to 203 for the Steelers. Rushing yards, of course, were much in the Ravens' favor. 217 to 34 wasn't even close. Total yards 420 to 318, so the Ravens still had more yardage. This is something we got to get a little better at if we're going to do anything. We just got to get more consistent. All right, so Rogers was 23 for 34 with one interception. Got to watch those. 24 points. And Jackson was 19 for 35, one interception. And that's their scoring production wise. So, with that being said, that was, let's look at the way the game started. Field goal for Baltimore at 3:56. Loop, 36-yarder. That puts up Baltimore 3-0. Touchdown, Aaron Rodgers scrambles left for a 1-yard touchdown. Makes it 6-3. That was at 3:39 in the first. Then we go into an extra point. Of course, Boswell always gets those. And then we go into the second quarter where Boswell gets a 23-yard field goal, puts the Steelers up 10-3. Then we get Anderson, uh, Gainwell actually. Anderson reported as eligible. So he must have came in anyway. 16-3, 6-yard touchdown that put the Steelers up 16-3. Extra point, Boswell gets it 17-3. Then we get Jackson scores one, scrambles right, 6-yard touchdown. Uh, Closes the gap 17-19 at 5:49. They missed the point after touchdown. That is crazy, 17-9. So Steelers defense really came through. Uh, then we get a field goal by Boswell. 46-yarder, 20-9. And then again, Jackson was back at it again. Short 4-yard touchdown, short pass to Likely, and that made it 20-15. And then they point after, it made it 16, 20-16. Touchdown by Aaron Rodgers, pass short right to Jalen Warren, 38-yard touchdown, 26-16. That was a great one. That was probably the turning point of ensuring things. Point after Boswell gets the extra points, 27-16, and field goals in the fourth quarter for the Ravens, closing the gap, 27-19. That was a 54-yarder. Loop. Boy, he's got a leg on him. Loop gets another one at 7:15. This one was a 36-yarder that made it 27-22. That is your final score. So, good solid game. There was lots of talk in this game that if we look at it, Aaron Rodgers played quite superbly for, since his rookie years. So, his younger years. This was quite a game by Aaron Rodgers. So, way to go, Aaron. Good team effort. The defense managed to collapse and cover guys like Henry very well. So, it was a great defensive effort. A lot of different faces pinching in. And like I said, they contained Henry, which you have to do. Um, and you got to contain Jackson, and you've seen him get a little bit loose, so they're going to have to watch him in game two. But now we go into, so way to go Steelers. Good. This was a good solid win. Nothing to rest your laurels and think that, oh, we're running away just because we're one game ahead of the Ravens in our division. We've seen how that goes. Just look at all the last previous years. Ravens, we still got another game against them. And they usually turn into splits. Hate to say that. It'd be nice if the Steelers could capitalize on that. However, we got Miami this week. I don't like the matchup. I think this is, again, one of these teams that's moved past us. I think, I even think we did quite well to beat the Ravens. So we'll see what happens. Close game. Nothing that anybody should be thinking that there was this massive. This was a close game. Touchdown difference. Not even that. Um, really, not even that. 5 points. So don't, Steelers can't get too content on this one. So that's pretty much it. Good, solid game. This was, again, a good collaborative effort from the whole group. We'll see what happens against Miami next week. And I think it's going to be vital that they win these games. There's four of them left, and I think they're going to have to capitalize. It's going to tell their faith for the playoffs. So that's it from Steel Curtain Productions. Just the evaluation. This is one of the better games we've seen effort-wise from the Steelers. So way to go, Steelers. Go Steelers Nation, go. Gina here at Steel Nation Productions. Catch you in the next episode when we review this week's game coming up.